Hi, welcome to Tantrums Oracle. Thank you for joining me today. I'm coming back to do another reading on Giovanni Pelletier because initially when I did it, like I told you in the video, that I didn't read the background. I didn't know he was missing when he went to go see family. I didn't know how that went. So I've read some things about what what was going on. He was with his cousins, he's with his father. The father is in prison, um, and all of that. Okay, that he probably could have. They could have. They say he smoked marijuana or something like that. So I kind of know what's going on, and and like I said, initially, why I don't like to read the background of what's going on is because I want to see what comes out in the cards. Most of the time is what's already been said. Sometimes it's not, but I just don't want what I say by what I get in my cards trying to make it match what I read. So that's why I do it that way. So now that I know what's going on, or somewhat what's going on, now I want to come back and do another reading because um, now I can go through when I see things come out, I kind of know what it's talking about. So I want to do another reading on him. So this is Giovanni Pelletier. And now, since we know that the cousins were involved, and then because I think I got something about the birth parent, and so I didn't know if that was the mother or the father. So I know it was talking about because then I had the jail card, so I know he's in prison. The birth parent is in prison, and the mother's out. The social media is where they were communicating on social media. Um, and the gangs is because they said that these cousins were into some gang activity and some criminal activity. That's what I've been reading. Now it's not allegedly. Okay. So now I want to find out more about what happened that night. So I might do this a little different than I normally do it. Um, because of that, I want to ask certain questions. So I want to start off with my other cards. Uh, so this is relating to the cousins that he was with that night. What was going on with them? Like why things transpired the way they transpired uh, when they picked him up. Was it something that had planned or something that's happened? Let's see. Okay, so what's going on with these cousins? Okay, so um this card just means I need to look more into something. So you need to look deeper into whatever we're talking about. So that's all that card means. This is drug use, illegal activity. I got this out on him before. I thought it was just illegal activities, but it could be the drug use too, because this card means illegal activity, drug use. It means both. So it can be both or it can be one or the other. This came out on this last reading. So we need to look more into the illegal activity and drug use. And then over here, this is people, a person who's self-centered, only thinks. So this is like my narcissistic card, okay? So that type of energy. So we need to look more into that. This illegal activity and drug use and this attitude or this type of behavior here. Okay. This card came out in this reading before, the last time. So this is talking about a significant change happening in your life. So this is something that is significant, and it's a significant event that is happening, and it's going to alter your life in one way or another. Now, this alteration can be caused by you or by someone else. But either way, it's something that's significant that is happening in your life that's going to change your life in a drastic way or significant way. And we need to look more into that. Okay, so we need to look more into all of this. Then this is someone that you thought that you would have support for or from. Like you think, oh, these people or this person is going to support me in some type of way. Okay. And then here is somebody who has told someone, like this is the naked truth. So someone has told you the bare facts, the truth. There's no lies in it. Okay. So now this can go two ways, because this could be, because I'm talking about the cousins, but they may have looked at him as someone that can help them do something they wanted to do. Because see, somebody or yourself having a significant change, but it's by someone that you think that can give you the support or whatever. It's somebody helping you in some type of way. And then here's the significant change in your life. So maybe they thought, oh, he can help us with this, that, and the third, whatever. Okay, maybe he got money, because I think material items came out in the last thing. So with this is somebody helping you see the illegal activity and drug use. So you get in support with that. So maybe it's like, oh, he can help us with this, or maybe he got money, he can help us do this, or we can get money from him, or whatever the situation is, because they're trying to do something with their life, change something, their situation, or whatever. But this could also be Giovanni thinking that, oh, I can go meet up with my family and we can connect, and we can be supportive. I can have the support from my father's side of it, whatever. Okay, it could be that too. But over here we have this could be them communicating with themselves, okay? Because I'm just talking about the cousin, so all of them, not just one, okay? This is the truth. Like, they know what's going on, but they're thinking about themselves. So they can say, you know what, we talk to him and we get him involved and blah, 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 and then he can help us and whatever. So they know what's going on. He may not know what's going on. Okay, because he's looking at it as, oh, I can connect with my family, and they're looking at it, oh, by him connecting with us, that can help us with whatever, So got that going on. Okay. And here's the jealousy, envy, and hatred coming back out again. So, but look what is next to this deadly encounter or setup. The cheating. This doesn't mean in a relationship. This could mean somebody's trying to cheat you out of something. They could be trying to, it's like when you just say you make a deal with somebody, but you're trying to beat that person. So that means that, oh, I know what this person has is worth $500, but I'm going to cheat them and only give them 50. So that you're doing it. The other person may not realize it, but it's like somebody is trying to cheat you out of something, take something away from you, give you less than the value of something, all of that. So it's just somebody trying to cheat you out or beat you or whatever out of something. So here we have the deadly encounter here. And the deadly encounter is surrounded by the way somebody feels about you, the way they're looking at you. But it's also they're trying to take something away from you, cheat you out of something as well. So here we need to look more into how they thought things was going to change for them. Like, oh, we're going to get with him. He's going to give us money. He has money. Because when people don't have money, you can have a couple of dollars more to them and they think that you have all this money, or just because you ain't doing certain things that you got to have money. This boy 18, he out of high school. What money could he possibly have? Anyway, so here you have somebody thinking that you're going to help change their situation. So here's the deadly encounter and also a setup. This is a deadly encounter and the setup. So they set you up for the deadly encounter. Okay. But here, see this illegal activity or drug use or both. Okay. Then you have the cheating. And then you have somebody like, this is the person that's going to help me. This all this means. This is the person that can support me, can help me, whatever. So here you have that person that you think is going to be able to help you with the illegal activity and drug you. Well, this is say illegal activities. But you're trying to cheat this person at the same time. Okay. Now you have the jealousy, envy, and hatred. But this right here, envy, is what this is. Because they, like I said, they believe he has something or he has more than what he probably had. He gonna come down, he gonna have about $2,000 on him, whatever. Okay, so maybe they told him that. Bring some money with you because we're gonna do blah, blah, blah. I don't know. But anyway, so here is the envy. Here is somebody being honest with somebody else, but they're not being honest with him. This is the background. So this is stuff he don't even know about. He don't know what they got going on in the background. He don't know that these people, they done already talked amongst each other about what they're going to do because they're thinking about what they need. That's that narcissistic energy in the background. But see, they're talking amongst themselves about what they're going to do to him because of the envy that they have. Because you never met this boy a day in your life. What would possess you? This is supposed to be your family. Okay, so let's pull a little bit more. I'm gonna go into the other part. That came out before too. This came out before too. So this is the husband, boyfriend, whatever, fiance, family, ex-boyfriend, husband, fiance, family. That's who did it, cousins, okay? So that's self-explanatory. But this is just a man here, okay? So that's what his father is coming in, is because it's his father's family. That's what this is. This ex-boyfriend, husband, fiance, family connection. That's all that means, okay? This came out before. So see how they're jealous of the family here? And see how this deadly encounter, this can just be a man. But the deadly encounter is set up because of maybe, like I said, I'm not saying the father had anything to do with it, because they said the father didn't want him to meet up with these cousins. And it's obvious why, because if they into the stuff that they were into, I can see why. But I want to know, did the father talk to these kids, these cousins? Because I don't even know how old these cousins is. Did they talk to him like, yeah, because we're going to try to get blah, blah, blah from him? And that's why he didn't want them to meet? Or he just know what kind of criminals that they were and didn't want his son to meet? I don't know. Okay. But let me pull on these two. The deadly encounter. Hidden enemy. Okay. Hidden enemy there. And that just means he didn't see this coming. That's all that means, because he thought the enemy is hidden. So that means you don't see them. You don't see that this person is your enemy. You don't see that this person doesn't have your well-being, you know, and this is the consequences of actions. Okay. So somebody giving you some consequences because they didn't like what you did, they didn't like what you said, they didn't like how things went, or whatever the situation is. Okay. Do this. So what this is the hustler card. This is people who doing all type of things or whatever it is for money. They hustle every day. Okay. So that means they don't have no, oh, I gotta go into the job at 5 and get off at 10. They don't have that type of thing. So they out doing whatever it is that they need to do. Just because people are hustlers, that don't mean they're doing illegal activities. They just don't have a regular job. So they get out and do whatever it is. They might be doing this today and something else tomorrow. That's all that means. But you have this male here with that hustler card. This came out with this too. So here you have somebody that's being stubborn. So that means if you tell them no, they're going to push it. If you tell them don't do something, they're going to do it anyway. If you tell them it's not a good idea, they're going to tell you it is a good idea. So basically, this person just does whatever it is that they feel like it is that they want to do, regardless of the outcome of that situation, what that outcome would be. So here you got this male here, hustler, but like I said, they stubborn. They're going to do whatever it is that they want to do anyway, regardless of what's right or what's wrong. So let me put these up, and then I want to pull these other cards. So we got that. We got that. Okay. So now let's go here. What else can we get? Karma, right in the middle. So karma is something that somebody has that you get based on your actions. And like I just showed you, you got the consequences of your actions. So here is the karma that somebody has given him. Okay. And then I have this one. This is double meaning. This is something that's new or something that's unstable. So something that you've never done before, you never experienced before, any of that. But it's also sacrifices coming with it. So you got the karma. And then I have the confirmation over here of yes. Okay. So this is saying they gave him karma. They sacrificed him. But this is also something new. And what is new and unstable, that means you don't have any background connection, any foundational connection to this. Okay. So that means he don't know these people like that. But these people giving him karma. All right. So now we have the power. This means that somebody is trying to control you. They're trying to control the outcome. They're trying to, exert their power over you. But it also can mean that somebody is taking their power back as well. But in this instance, this is them trying to control him. Force, it's like somebody trying to force you. Okay, so take control over you, take charge of you. And then this is the karma with it. Now we have the gamble, taking a risk, risky situation. Okay, and then the suits. So the suits is, and this is somebody that's watching you. And then this is like my detective card. So this means the police could be watching you, or somebody, it ain't got to be no police. It could just be somebody just watching you, watching how you move, watching what you do, and all of this, because they're trying to figure things out about you. They're seeing how you are, who you are, what type of person you are, what you do, what you got going on. That's what that card means. So here you got somebody trying to take charge or take control of you or of a situation. But see, these people been watching. So they've been communicating back and forth online, whatever, Facebook. They probably watching the Facebook page, seeing what he got, how his life is, what they got going on. Oh, they doing good, So now you have the gamble over here. So that means they took a risk. You took a chance. Toss the dice, however you want to put it. So you gambling on something. That means you betting on something. And see, that's probably what the problem is. Because see, they gambled on something and before they wanted to take advantage. They wanted to cheat him out of something. So they wanted to take advantage. Right here, take advantage, gambling on something. Maybe they was hoping that he had something with him, some money or some stuff like that, for instance. And then that gamble is what that one, that's that sacrifice. Okay. But it's also something unstable, something new. Because like I said, they don't know. He didn't know. This card came out. Put that back in there. That's the mistakes. Somebody made a mistake. Okay. Okay, here's a female. Because last time I had some woman in here. So now I got the loss of blood right here. See, with somebody taking control over you, being, and then giving you karma, and then you having a loss of blood. Now I have a female in here. Loss of blood, but this is somebody's job. This is where you work at. Because I got a job card and then I got a job card. So I got an employment card, which is this, like how you earn your living. And then I have a job card, and the job card means something that you say that you're going to do. It's not how you necessarily earn your money, but it's something that you say that you're going to do. For like somebody asks you to do something, so you say, "Oh, I'll do that for you." So that's your job. You have volunteered yourself to do something, but this is your actual employment. So this has something to do with somebody's job. So, like I said, they may have thought that they had money or he had money, okay? Because this is connected to somebody's job. And see how somebody is watching, trying to figure out, they work there, or they do that, or they got money. So it's like somebody watching your pockets. right here because they're watching and seeing what's going on with you about your work. Okay, that's the confirmation. And then here, right there, I already said that. But then you got this female here gambling on something new. But it's also the sacrifice. So that means you sacrifice. That means so you're willing to give up somebody else for yourself. But see this loss of blood connected to this female and this job or this employment. So who is this female that was gambling on something? So it's a female in the background. I know it's male cousins, but who is this female? Was it a female cousin too, like two males and a female, or was it, what's going on with this female? This dangerous or restricted area. Okay. So this just means that you are in an area, like you know how you go to a construction site and they have these signs up because if you go in there, you might get hurt. Okay, it's a dangerous area, so they're restricting the access because there's chances of you being hurt. So here, this is now, even though I have restricted area, it could just be dangerous situation is all it means. You're putting yourself in a dangerous situation. Wherever you are, whoever you're dealing with is dangerous. Okay. So that's what I got with here. Then I got that on top of the karma. Then I have this. This is the virus. And I know in the first card I got poison. And I said the poison was contamination, or it could be somebody actually poisoning you. This is the virus. So this is something, you know how but the virus part, it means the actual virus, but it also means that something that comes in and infects. So that could be a person that is not. So when something is going to infect you, it's going to cause you harm to your body. That's what this card basically means. Something coming in, something invading, something coming in that's causing harm to you. So we see the virus with the danger. Okay. So that means by dealing with these people, these viruses, they're going to cause harm to you and your well-being. That's what these two cards mean. Here, the school, that is children. That is an actual school building. That's the schoolmate. And that's somebody learning about you. It's all of them. And it can have double meanings. Like a lot of these cards can have double meanings in the reading. So this can be children, but it also could be somebody is trying to figure you out, trying to learn about you. Because see, we got this right here, the watching. They're trying to learn about you. That's why they're watching you. They're gathering information on you. They're learning about you. So we have that. Like I said, watching your pocket, seeing how y'all live, what y'all got going on. Dangerous. These people giving you karma. They're trying to be controlling over you or gain control over you. But then see something had called, whatever they did, caused somebody to have a loss of blood. Now, trying to see, what was it in the last reading? I think the restriction card came out. So that just means somebody is just trying to restrict your movements, trying to basically keep you in a certain space. Okay. So here we have this virus. Okay. So I already explained what that means. So this just means somebody coming in that's not good for your health. But then I want to know when we get to this female, what's going on with this female, okay? Because somebody took a chance here. So that means it wasn't anything set in stone, but it was like, we're going to take a risk on this or take a chance on this, okay? Someone that you have a bond with, keeping things in the dark, keeping things hidden in the dark. And then this is a change of fortune. So whatever happened, whatever you planned, did not go the way you wanted it to go. It changed. So, I say that in a minute. I ain't gonna say what I'm thinking. But anyway, so here you have somebody that you have a bond with. And this something that they're keeping secret. They're keeping it hidden, or they're doing it behind closed doors, however you want to put it. They're doing it behind your back. They're doing it behind closed doors. They're doing it in secret. That's all that means. This also represents the nighttime. The sun card can represent the daytime. So this here, the change of fortune. So that means that whatever it is that you had planned, it changed. So, and what I mean by that, if I planned on going, okay, when I go here, I'm going to do this. So that way I can have this thing. But when you get there, you're not able to get the thing that you want. So that changed the course. So this just means if whatever I had planned to happen for myself didn't happen the way that I want, or didn't happen in my benefit. It's like the wheel card tarot. So the change of fortune. So it can turn in somebody else's favor, it can turn in your favor or whatever. But it changed. But it's somebody that had a bond with him, right? But whoever he had this bond with, we already know that. And these people didn't have no good interest for him from the rip. Okay. And then they already behind the fact looking and seeing, trying to figure out what could they get from him. The federal, this is the government, okay? Court systems, police departments, prisons, whatever, health department, uh, social services, whatever it is, it's government, okay? It's government. But then you have here the heart. This is somebody that you had a relationship with. This is the trauma. So here you have somebody that you were in some type of relationship with. Let me pause this. Battery. Okay, I had to plug my thing. So This is somebody you have a relationship with. This is a trauma. But then see this? This is the justice system, and this is the government. So why was this father in prison? Besides what he did, okay? I need to look that up. Okay, but see here, somebody you have a bond with in the federal justice government, whatever. Somebody that you had a relationship. But this right here, this relationship, see some things they're hiding from the person. And see the children legacy. Somebody trying to figure some things out about you. See the trauma happening with this female. Connected to that female. See the gamble and the change of fortune. Because somebody could have took a risk, took a chance on something or somebody. And it changed the fortune. Things didn't go the way that they thought it was going to go. Because see the trauma coming from this change of fortune, and see the virus. So that means, like I said, someone that's entering into you, into your life, or something that's entering into your body that's not good for you. And see how it changed the fortune and caused some type of trauma. See how these people are not good for you. So I have a question. Maybe y'all can answer it. I don't know, because I didn't see anything about it. But are they saying that his biological father did not want him to meet with these cousins? Or was it the stepfather? Because that means that he had contact with the mother or the son. And why didn't he want them? Like, because this boy doesn't know the family. So why did he say, oh, I don't want you to meet with them? Did he say why? If anybody knows that. Because it seems like, to me, allegedly, I'm going to finish this up before I say, I'm going to finish this up before I say that. Internal, something going on internally, how you feel internally, but mainly this card comes out when you have something that is causing damages to the internal organs, okay? But it could also mean that something internally is wrong, okay? This means limitations or a limit. You can only go so far. Don't go no further than this. Don't take it past this. Okay, that's what that card means. Like I said. And then here is the risky business. So that means criminal activity, shady dealings. You got to be careful because the things that you're doing is risky. The things that you're doing is risky. Because see here, somebody got some internal damages to their body because see, maybe you took it further than what you were supposed to take it. Because you got limitations. Because see, y'all ain't never did this before. Never met him before, never did it before, whatever, but it's also some sacrifice. You're sacrificing somebody. That meaning you letting somebody else fall for you at the expense of somebody else. You're trying to protect yourself at the expense of somebody else, or you're letting somebody take the fall instead of you. You're letting somebody go down instead of you. That's what sacrifice means. But with the sacrifice, we have this virus. But see, it was a limit. Don't go past this. But the trauma coming, because see the change, you took a gamble, and see the change of fortune and the trauma. Something going on internal, some internal thing. But see, right here, somebody that he had a bond with. So that means if he had a bond, he can't have a bond with somebody he ain't never met. He can't have a bond with somebody he has no dealings with. So, is it somebody the cousins have a bond with? Because this reading is about him, but it's speaking more of the cousins. Somebody that they have a bond with. All right, let's see what else is coming out. Strategic. You plotting and planning. Plotting and planning with somebody that you got a bond with, and see how you plotting here. Plotting and planning. You're doing things for a reason. So it ain't nothing happened out of coincidence. It's not a coincidence that y'all waited till 1:30 in the morning. It's not a coincidence that y'all rolled down this certain road. It's not a coincidence. Like nothing is a coincidence. Everything is strategic, right? I'm not saying those things that I said was part of it. I'm just saying you're doing certain things for a reason. But see this person that you have they have the bond with, they're in the background being in control. See this communication? That's secret communication. See how you watching? Doing things in the background, thoughts and communication. See, there's people talking in the background. Like I just said in the beginning, they over there discussing. So they all know what the deal is. They already know what they're going to do, how they're going to do it, who they're going to do it to, why they're doing it. Everything is already being talked about. Everything is already being set up right here. And see you taking that gamble back here. You know you doing some criminal activity here, so you got to be careful. So y'all trying to plan and plot stuff out, but it's somebody that y'all have a relationship with. Now, this is a relationship. It could be girlfriend, boyfriend, husband, wife, or it could just be a relationship. Okay. Then here, this is like a doorway, a portal. So you know what a gate is. People have the gates to close off certain things, to keep certain things separate. So when you open the gate and you go in the yard, okay, now you've entered into the yard from the sidewalk. So it's like you're going into something else. You're entering into a different area. You're entering into a different space. But see how that fortune changed? Because y'all took a risk. Risky business. You took a gamble. Took a risk. Risky business. Changed a fortune here when you decided to take the step that you took. You entered into something else. Because like I said, this is something new. This is not something that they have done before or did before, but Now you're stepping into something new. Now we're going to do this. See, we can do this and we can do that. All right. So when you step into something new, see, you supposed to have put limits on it. Okay, we're going to do this, but we can't do this. And we can't do that. We can only do this and we can only do that. And then this is the trauma coming from this. Oh. See the goodbye with the soul? That's him going. Okay. But see here, over here, you have a partner. So somebody that you're working with, somebody that you have a relationship with, that's your partner. See, this is connected to somebody getting some money. Now, when I say your employment, you can get money from illegal activity because if that's your job. Okay. Somebody that you had a relationship, your partner. See, y'all been communicating. But then, see this goodbye? Goodbye means somebody saying they're final goodbyes, but it also means somebody say, all right, bye, I'll see you later. That's what that means, too. Okay, see the trauma on the soul of this female? Now, let me say what I was about to say. So with this, here is somebody plotting, right? The person that's plotting connected to the government. And see this internal? Why do I feel like allegedly that his father spoke to, because his father shouldn't come out in this at all if he don't have nothing to do with it, to be honest. But why do I feel like his father connected with these cousins to set this boy up? And I believe they did it to get money out of him. But that's why they had the limitations. All right, y'all can do that. Y'all can rob him and y'all can do this. This is all allegedly. Y'all can rob him, but don't hurt him and don't do this and don't do that. That is my son, you know. Because you don't care about the mama up here. I see you don't care about her. But then you also don't care about that boy either, like that. But that's why you have the limitations on here. And that's why it's like, oh, don't only go so far with this because that is my son, you know. But it's like he is involved in it in some type of way. It's always this female in the background. Now, I don't know if this is the mother, and I ain't saying that the mother had anything to do with it, but I'm just saying it's a female in the background. It could be a female cousin. I don't know. It's female, so I want to look because I feel like even though he on the inside, internal, even on the inside, that don't mean he don't have nothing to do with it. That's probably why we got documents, something that's on record. Maybe they need to go back and listen to some phone calls to see what was being talked about on these phone calls to these, or letters or whatever. It could be little hints here and there in this in these letters or in these phone calls and these communications about them talking about certain things. Okay, let's look at this female. Dang, this an hour long? I didn't mean to have it that long. Let's look at this female. And then that's going to be it. See this female, you see the obsessed, there's something going on in the home. One of this man in prison, he got a girlfriend. Because here you got somebody's obsessed with something. That means they can't let something go. They obsessing over certain things in the home. Why he want to come down here? Oh, now she want to come down here. Why after all this time? Okay, so because remember, I got husband, boyfriend, fiance. Here's the stolen. That means something is being taken away from somebody. I'm gonna pull a couple on here. We already had the hour. Might as well take it to the hour. Okay. See, somebody is, this card means like you done with something. Like I'm fed up, I done had enough, I can't take no more from this situation. But then you got some secrets here. So that's probably why this person obsessed. Okay, so let's see. But this is like somebody is dealing with or has a lot on them and they are at their breaking point. Kind of like what that card means. See, this is connected to the family. Trying to protect or defend someone. What's going on with this female? What's going on with the female? Why she worried? What's she worried about? Unless this is the mother. A hidden enemy. So I wonder if this man got a girlfriend at home outside of the prison, to where she is kind of like you are somewhat jealous of the baby mama and what she got going on, and so you involved in this too. But because I got obsessed over here and stolen. So it's like you obsessed with something here. But this is something that's going on in this home. So her home, okay? But I'm gonna leave it right here. Go to something, I don't know about what's going on with this female. So that is the reading on Giovanni Pelletier. You can leave your comments in the comment section. Thank you for watching.